Hello, seekers. Wildly of Wildly Tarot and Wild Moon Medicine Collective for Women here. And this is your Moon Day reading for November, in particular, the week beginning with November 15th, 2021. And I'm so excited to bring this message. I really hope that it supports you in finding some neutrality in your week this week. We have here the archetype for us all, which is the observer. So the sensation that I'm receiving from this card is that this is a week for us to really step into the invitation of not taking things personally. This is an opportunity for us to try and elevate or up-level the way in which we view any circumstances that are occurring around us from the lens of the observer, as opposed to being in the thick of the drama and engaging in the drama triangle where we're showing up as either the victim, the martyr, or the savior. We are being invited this week to step away from all of that, to step away from behaviors that can be quite triggering or upsetting to the nervous system, and instead to look at our circumstances and our surroundings through this lens of the observer, where we take in the data and we get curious and we ask questions from a place of curiosity and not from a place of defense or feeling like everything that is in disagreement with us is immediately an attack on our character, an attack on our personhood, or an attack on our sovereign space. There's been a lot of dissonant energy and disharmony going around in the field. We have been baited into lots of arguments and discussions where we are pitted against one another, where we're being told we have to be on one side of a line or another, right? Either you're a Democrat or a Republican. Either you're vaccinated or you're unvaccinated. Either you're a meat eater or a vegetarian. Either you're Catholic or you're Muslim. And all of these things are simply facets of our human experience. They're cultural, they're preferences, they're choices, they're delineations that make us all beautiful, wonderful, unique beings, but they don't necessarily need to be places of division. They can be places of difference. And so when we step into this archetype of the observer, we allow ourselves the space to just notice. Am I simply in difference with this person, or is there actively something that needs to be protected within me? So these statements have nothing to do with letting our boundaries go. We all need to have very clean, clear boundaries. We all deserve to have the space for our clean, clear boundaries. We all deserve to be protected, and there are definitely humans out there that do not offer safe space for people who hold particular identities, whether it's racial, gender, economic, social status, whatever the space is. Definitely holding space for you to have safety and clear boundaries. That's never a question in my spaces. And sometimes when we spend a lot of time in a space of defense, we might lean immediately on the defense posture in times that may or may not actually require us defending. So this week is a very tender, soft week of opportunity, and this month in particular, of saying, can I step into the observer a little bit more? Can I really listen to the words that are being spoken before I put them through my lens? where I've had to defend myself so much, where I've had to fight for what I have, where I've had to be always on the lookout for wrongdoing against my personhood or my culture or however you identify. Can I put a little bit of space in there so that I am responding rather than reacting? That feels like the message for this week. We're invited into response rather than reaction. And it is paired here with the word of the week, clarity. And I love this word. It's so nourishing and clean when we can step into clarity. And it's often something that we avoid unconsciously, because once we gain full clarity, then we can't talk ourselves out of making certain choices or directing our lives in a particular way, or perhaps ending relationships or starting new ones, ending jobs, starting new ones. There's something very crisp, like the autumn air, when clarity comes in. It's refreshing, but it can also sometimes be a little bit sharp and biting. And that's what is present here for us this week. If we step into the observer role, if we allow ourselves to really feel clarity in the bones of our body, then we will gain a map, a direction in which to move. That feels like the message for us. I hope that it serves you well. I hope that you have everything that you need. And I wanted to let you know that I will be taking a few weeks off in December to finish writing my book that I hope will be coming out in 2022. So if you would like to share space with me, I still have a few limited sessions for the remainder of this month. And then I will be taking most of December off. I am also offering a recorded session that I'm super excited about called The Year in Your Cards. It's for 2022. It gives you an energetic breakdown and a word, a theme, an animal ally, a crystal ally, and special messages to support you for the entire year of 2022. You receive that in a video and audio recording that you can review and refer back to over and over and over again throughout the year to support you in your personal journey. If that seems like something you would like to dive into, I only have 10 slots of that remaining. So please hop on my bio. It's in my link tree. It's also available on my website, A Year in Your Cards. And if you happen to be a business owner or a soulpreneur, I'm offering a very, very special version of this card reading for you. You receive the year in your personal cards as well as the year for your business. And we marry them together and create an alchemical map of prosperity for your year so that you can go into 2022 knowing where you might need more rest or where some potent spaces are for you to activate your new offerings. This is offered in just a reading as well as a longer 3 to 4 hour intensive where we will also map out your business year so that you can walk away feeling like you've got a plan with actual action steps to take to move yourself towards your year of abundance. So if either of those offerings sound delicious, please check it out in my bio or on my website. And for that, I only have 7 spaces remaining. So if you're interested, let's chat. Have a beautiful moon day, and I will catch you next week.